You guys know how I love the color red, especially black and red. And when my buddy Hoovie asked me if he could store his new Ferrari over here at my place for a little while, I was like, yeah. Pininfarina. Wow, this is a 2013 458 Spider Ferrari. I've never really been into Ferraris and Lamborghinis, but I gotta tell you, I am falling in love with this thing. As you probably saw in the reveal video, my buddy Tyler Hoover from Hoovie's Garage flew out here to Las Vegas and bought this car for only 100 grand. Unbelievable deal. And you know, in the tradition of me and guys like him, we like to buy these salvage cars that have a little bit of problems, that are a little bit of hoopties, but you get an amazing vehicle for an amazing price, sort of like my Rolls-Royce Phantom that I picked up for little or nothing. This thing is amazing. It's black, it's red, it's a Ferrari. I've never really been interested in these cars until I saw this thing. This thing is unbelievable, and I am in love. There's really no need to do a full video review of this thing. Doug DeMuro and everybody else has already done that. Oh, wow. Crawling into this thing is a chore for a big old boy like me. I know that Tyler's gonna have his trouble getting in. Look at this amazing red Ferrari key. I love that it still uses a key. That's pretty cool. The sounds that this thing makes, unbelievable. It's fired up, which you've heard before, but fantastic sound. A sound you're just not gonna get from a Tesla. Wow, sounds fantastic. What an amazing car. Well, Hoovie left this car with me for about a week so that he could arrange shipping for it. He had to go on a family vacation and he wanted to have this car shipped, and he said, hey Bob, do you mind if I stash my Ferrari 458 Spider over at your place? And I was like, sure, why not? And he said I could drive it. So he said I could take it for a spin, and I thought, why not take some of my viewers along for a ride in this amazing, beautiful car. Let's go over and visit a friend of mine. He's got a few cool cars also. Let's go see what he's got. I have to be honest, it is a little bit of a hottie today. It's Las Vegas, it's sunny. I'm gonna go ahead and put the top up so I can enjoy the air conditioning inside of this thing. Only takes 15 seconds to do the top on the car. It's fantastic. And now you've got a true hard top. You wouldn't even know that this thing was a convertible. I'm here over at my buddy's house and he's got some cool cars. Let's check out what he's got. If I can squeeze my big fat ass out of this little car. Oh my God. This thing is so awesome. It's a little dirty, but it's pretty badass. Now, my boy has some cool cars and bikes. Look at this 59 limousine. Wow.
Yo, Bob.
Hey man, what's going on?
How you doing?
What's happening? Look at this. You got some nice stuff over here. Look at it. White
It's all smoke and mirrors.
cocaine.
You know, if you know me, you know I've never done drugs in my life.
I don't do drugs.
But cocaine white,
It makes sense.
and then it goes along with snort because of the sounds of a bull makes. So together, you know, it was an accident, but it's kind of funny.
Man, this is my vibe right here. What's the story with this limousine?
This is a one-owner limousine. I think it's the only one-owner one that could be bought in the world, and I was so lucky to get it. This car was used in the Godfather 2 movie.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Really?
It hasn't been seen in 4 decades. They kept it in their fleet, kept it hidden, and I bought it about 3 years ago. I was so lucky to get this car. This is probably the most rust-free.
It's absolutely fantastic because I have, you know, the hearse version of this. So this is a Series 75 is what they call that, a commercial chassis. One of the ways you can always tell is because of the raised above the door. This thing, can I open this door?
You can open it.
Wow.
We're still doing a little work, getting some things together, but
Oh my God, but it's beautiful though.
you got to see how highly polished these babies are. I have a good guy.
Oh, those are nice.
They look like they've been chromed.
They do. I mean, this is a limousine. This is not the clock back there. I like the clock. It's
It's beautiful.
So you
And
can
it
see what
works.
time it is. Yeah, I mean, this is what my purse will look like. Oh my God, hold on. Wow. The gold on that.
It's brass, actually.
Or brass, yeah.
It's beautiful.
But it's, wow.
Try to take all this, all the stainless off and put it back on.
Yeah, how about not?
The amount of hours that are into it is the biggest pain in the ass there.
I'm sure a bunch of my viewers are like, you're standing next to two of the most iconic supercars in the world, and you care about this old 59. But that's my vibe. I mean, the fins on this thing. This thing is, it's about the same length as my hearse, which is like 22 feet.
And it's much more rare than the Ferrari and the Lamborghini.
It is. But this is still cool. This is a what, 91, 92?
This is a 91 Diablo.
91.
I've put over 100,000 miles on this car myself.
I would too.
It's been really good to me. It's been a great car.
You've had it a long time, you told me.
I bought it in 2005 and it was therapy for me. I drove it through I moved here from Detroit and I drove this thing every day for the first year I moved here as therapy. Moving here.
We're gonna have to spend a day. You're gonna have to come get me in this thing one day.
Anytime. I'm looking forward to it.
I was very close to buying a Testarossa, and what I'm really falling in love with the interior of these cars. Look at this thing.
Yeah, well, this one's custom, but
Oh, it's so Videobob in there.
but it's beautiful custom. I mean, whoever did it, and I don't know who did it. Whoever did it did a fantastic job.
So it didn't come factory red like that?
No, I don't. It might have been originally red. I don't know what the color was. It wasn't. It's an original white car, but I don't know about the interior. And
That
I
is
don't know
gorgeous.
But I know they threw oodles of money at it. And I've been asked if those are factory race seat options. That's how good they look.
I would do diamond stitching maybe if I were, but I'm speechless.
I'm glad you like it. I love it.
I could have had one of these. Well, the one I looked at was red with a tan interior. I think this is the spec I would want. I think white out here is perfect in the desert. White is, red on red I would have. That might be too much, but I think white out here works,
They look good in white. They look good in red. They look good in
I'm not a big fan of yellow. But you can't make this car ugly no matter what you do to it. You could paint it any color and it would still be epic.
This car works in yellow.
But it works. So, but
Here's my nose. I break it all the time.
Aww.
I break it all the time.
We need to make you a rubber one.
This was coming out of a liquor store in San Diego the last time.
Oh, well, that Ferrari out there, you can't even go over a speed bump. It is so low, you can't even get your foot under it.
Yeah.
Speaking of foot, I got my super douchey shoes on today because, you have to, because that's the car culture that surrounds these.
They look good. You make it work.
I make it work. And the old Road Glide over there is classics already. What
That's
is
a
it?
1980 FLT. That's probably the most original one left on the planet. Everyone chopped those up.
What's this little crotch rocket here?
This is a 91 Bimota 10. And my Italian's terrible, even though I'm Italian.
I've never even heard of this bike.
They made 224 of them.
Really?
When I was a kid in 91, when I was 19 years old, this bike was $27,000. It might as well have been $1 million.
That's a lot of money.
Bimota is basically a coach builder, and they use other people's motors, and you can just see.
So what is it under there?
This is a Yamaha FZR 1000.
I see.
But they built their own frames. You see this aluminum frame, and this stuff was all real high tech for 91. And like I said, they only built 224 of them because no one could afford them. It was
The gauges are sick.
The bike is so much fun. I cannot believe it's in my garage. I come out here.
I can't believe Jay Leno hasn't called you to buy it from him yet.
I come out here to stare at it, look at it, talk about it. My wife is sick of me talking about this bike. I love it.
You should have it in the house.
Well, that's coming next. I'm making a little room.
She's gonna come out here and punch me in the face. I saw you had some other American Iron Horse. They used to build these right down the street from my house.
Choppers for life. My dad was a chopper guy.
Well, Chopper for Life, that would be Jesse James. These were made in Texas, right in Fort Worth. I used to go by I used to drive by this factory every day. And I was just talking to my buddy. I go, whatever happened to all the choppers from the 2000s that people bought for 50 grand a piece? And it's like, here's one.
Yeah, it's sitting here.
Yeah, people don't. I don't want to ride that thing.
I have choppers in my blood. My dad, at 18 years old, started with choppers, and he's had nothing but
what
choppers.
you got hiding
my entire
behind the
life.
gate over there?
You know, that's a secret.
Okay.
If you
I thought I saw something over there, but
there's some stuff. There's actually more incredible stuff.
We'll
in the
save
back
it for
than
next time.
Here, but
this thing is sick.
I'll make some videos if.
Now, what are you driving? You driving this 300, or is that your?
That's my wife's
Your chick's car.
SRT8.
Oh, is that an SRT8?
And she's
I had 2 of the Magnum wagons back in the day.
This is an 08. They only made like 600 of them.
Oh, wow.
in 08.
These
My-
wheels, yeah.
My wife has never left the house and done under 120 miles an hour in this car.
I believe it.
It only has 70,000 miles on it. It's a little dirty right now.
No, I was the Magnum dude. It was all about the Magnum. Great cars. So it has the Recaros.
Yep.
Wow. Is it open?
It might be.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that was the seats. If you could get those,
I bought it from an 89-year-old man.
you were. That's what was keeping him alive. He'd jump in there and his heart would start pounding.
You know what? The man I bought it from drove it here from Bakersfield the second I told him that I would buy it.
Yeah.
And then he dropped it off, took a Greyhound bus home.
What?
89 years old. They don't make men like that anymore. 89. Good.
What
Wow.
a victory.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
my
nice.
victory.
Those are cool.
I bought that new in 2012. That's actually a 2011 model. It was left there because nobody wanted it. I've only got 7,000 miles on it. I use it with
Those
the
are
wife,
cool.
and I love owning it. It's been very, very good to me.
All right, so what do you think of this? This is my buddy Hoovie's 458 Spider.
I think we all know Hoovie's a lucky guy, but I'm really impressed with this. I can't believe how low it is.
It's crazy low, and he made a huge mistake. I think he knows what he's doing. Letting me drive this thing. He goes, yeah, I tell you, here's the keys, take it for a spin, do whatever you want with it, it's great.
Yeah, he did make a mistake.
And he's gonna have a hard time prying it out of my cold dead hands. I am in love with this gosh darn thing.
Yeah, it's easy to be in love with it. It's beautiful. I wouldn't even think of the gold wheels, and they look great.
They do. Yeah, he just dropped this video revealing about how he bought this thing for 100 grand.
100 grand was a deal.
And it's a salvage, apparently.
Well, depending on what's wrong then.
Yeah, well, it got wrecked, I guess, somewhere. I can't tell where it had any repairs, because all the color seems to match really well. You know, I've looked under it and everything is fine. It's just so ridiculously low. It's so low I can barely get my douchey shoe up underneath it. It's like, you know, I tried to run through a casino last night and I was going to park it at the valet, and I could not get it over the speed bumps. That's how low it is. I have to take an extreme angle to get out of my, out of my darn driveway. But it has, that red interior, kind of like your Testarossa in there, and
Daytona seats.
yeah,
It's beautiful.
It's like if I had called Ferrari and asked them to make a car for me, it would be this.
This is very Videobob.
I love the gold on the wheels. Totally love it. The thing is it doesn't have the glorious engine view. See, because that's all you get. Like, where's the motor?
That's amazing. What's amazing is how low it sits to the ground.
This would be great for a midget.
Yeah. Compared to the Testarossa,
Yeah.
it's incredibly compact.
For like Italian guys that are 5'2", this is great. For fat Scotsmen like me.
I wouldn't want to work on it.
She's like, please don't let him buy this. I'm not selling it. This belongs to my buddy.
It's awesome.
He let me borrow it.
I love it.
But yeah, it's really filthy though. It's like,
That's all right. It's like everything else here.
I gotta clean it,
I think it rained just a little bit the other day, enough to mess everything up.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, there's a button down here somewhere, right here. Nope, wrong button. It's that one. I think I just opened the fuel door.
You did.
Yeah. Check out the trunk of this thing. The boot. Let's see. If you're in a hurry.
I have something, but I'm probably...
Oh, there it is. I found it. It's right there.
Great.
And it's red. It's right there.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, it's like, there's actually quite a bit of room in there. You could fit a Stradman in there.
I don't think this was
that's
a
not
Ferrari
factory.
filter.
Yeah, I don't think that's from the Ferrari dealership. It's like, it amazes me. Somebody would have a car like this and then do some shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
In Vegas, where there's a lot of rentals, I've seen a lot of crazy
Yeah, this
stuff
was
like
never a rental, thankfully. But I can't see any evidence of repair. It looks like there's some push pins they're missing here. So obviously, I think it was hitting this side, like they went into a ditch and airbags were deployed.
It looks good. Even the lower bottom looks good.
I would have thought there'd be a splitter there, and maybe this is supposed to be one. But you know, it's very, very low. We couldn't cut it into my garage because it wouldn't fit. We couldn't get it down the hole to get it in there. But wow, what a car! Wow. Let's compare motors. Let's see what the back of this.
I had no idea how similar it was to a DeLorean until you were telling me about it.
Yeah, so we were talking about the fuel delivery system that's used on these Ferraris. It's beautiful. And I got a look and I said, oh my gosh, those are Bosch K Jetronic mechanical fuel injections, just like what's used on the DeLorean. The DeLorean uses this same cold start injector, same exact blue plug, same plunger system under there, same adjustment tool. So basically this is two DeLoreans bolted together, which is why it's not running now. Or you said it's got some fuel issues. Will it run or no?
No, it runs fine.
It's
just got a little hesitation that I'm not liking, and I'm assuming it's with that system.
So trying to tune two DeLorean fuel systems on one engine has got to be a nightmare. I can't even imagine. And really, it's just about, you said it only has like 24,000 miles?
24,000 miles.
So what year is it?
89.
So that's just not enough miles. What's wrong with it is it needs to be driven more.
The woman I
I
got it from had it for 5 years, drove it 50 miles in 5 years.
What you need is some of that green water cooler mesh that I have for a breather, and you could stuff it in here, save yourself some money.
That's the plan. That'll work out.
Oh man,
Perfect for
I always wanted one of these.
They're a lot of fun.
When you get it running up and good, you got to come get me, and we're gonna take it for a ride.
No problem. I love to take people for a ride. I do.
Sounds like my attorney.
That's the fun of these cars. Is taking other people for a ride. That's what I enjoy doing.
It's pretty sick.
Especially the limousine. You know I plan on picking people up at the airport. That's the plan.
I love that car, and you know, my other one was a 1960, so I've driven it plenty, so I know exactly how this car drives. I know exactly how it performs, and I can tell that this is a really nice example. Even has the commercial high roof windshield, which is worth more than half the cars here.
5 guys took 5 hours to put this in.
Yeah.
This windshield.
Because, you know, they have a raised roof, you know, that's what this higher line is, and just, I know all about it. We're going to be working on my Miller Meteor 59 here very shortly. But, wow, that's a beautiful car.
It's all true.
I'm confused. I'm torn, you know, I'm like, I've never been a supercar guy. I was more of this guy. But I'm leaning towards this. I don't know. Now, you've started your own YouTube channel, right?
King Daddy Caddy.
King Daddy Caddy.
King Daddy Caddy. Had a lot of Cadillacs.
I wish I'd have got that.
That maybe you've seen on the internet, but King
Daddy Caddy.
King Daddy Caddy. Join me. We're only going to do stupid stuff.
Okay, so look for King Daddy Caddy on YouTube. I'll post a link. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. What other Cadillacs did you have?
I've been a lot of 59s, a lot of 60s, a 60 hearse. I've been a lucky guy with Cadillacs. I've quite a few.
Yeah, I got a couple myself. I got that 63 convertible.
That 63 is fun.
We need to take it out for a ride.
Yeah, I'm in.
Speaking for rides, we'll go for a little ride in this 458.
Yes. Let's do it.
Should we do it top down or top up? What do you think?
I'm either way. I don't care, but I don't know if you were going to record any audio with it.
No, it's actually really good.
Then whatever you want.
I forget which button. Go like this.
We'll just look the same because I got the skull shaver.
There you go.
I ordered it.
It only takes 14 seconds for this top.
14 seconds sounds like a long time.
It seems like it. Reminds me of my honeymoon. Then you got this little window back here.
She's behind us.
Oh yeah.
And she might do something stupid, so.
Is she gonna do a burnout?
Oh yeah,
burnout?
dude.
So.
We went to buy a Viper, and she had to bring She had to bring the salesman back because he wouldn't ride with her anymore, and he dropped her off, and he was white as a ghost.
So yeah, this thing, I mean, let me put it into, I think I got it into auto. There we go, auto.
Sure sounds good.
I mean, like, this is a car that you could totally use as an everyday car, no problems, except for how low it is. I would lower it. A lot of cool cars in your neighborhood. You got a Bentley over there and some hot rods. And
he's got plenty of stuff, and he'll be happy to show it off.
Oh yeah. So this thing, I mean, I find it to be pretty quiet when you want it to be quiet, and when you want it to be loud, it's loud. Simple as that.
Yeah, I've driven some of the newer stuff, and it's literally, my Testarossa is like an old truck compared to this thing.
Yeah, I mean, the gated shifter, I mean, I know people covet that. I was probably supposed to turn there, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
Turn, sorry. Just tell me where to go.
Stay to the right.
I tried to drive it through this, went to Westgate last night, and I couldn't get over the speed bump. I had to back out. I mean, why anybody would make it that low is beyond me. It doesn't make any sense.
This is about the lowest I've ever seen, and my Diablo being low and no lift system, I break that nose all the time.
Yeah, this thing doesn't have a lift on it. Like my Rolls Royce, it's tall as a truck, and it has a lift system on it, and I use it all the time.
Next time you got to bring the Rolls Royce.
Should we go left or right?
Go right.
So when you want it to make that noise, it makes the noise.
If that doesn't put a smile on your face, nothing will. But I love it.
Look at it. I'm in 7th gear going 40 miles an hour right now.
Right.
And it's like you're driving a Ford Taurus, whatever. It's just a regular car. Take your hands off the wheel. This thing stays totally dead straight. And granted, this is a high mileage version of the car with, you know, almost 90,000 miles on it. It's a salvage car that's been wrecked. And who knows what other kind of hooptiness it's had done to it. I mean, it's had some radio modifications and this and that. It's kind of weird. The turn signals are here up on the steering wheel. And I looked and looked and looked. I could not figure out where the horn is. The horn is under the leather of the wheel here. What? I found that by accident because I was hanging on for dear life going, ah! And the horn honked. I was like, who's honking at me? Anyway.
Yeah, that would scare me too.
So it's a little bumpy. You know, it's a little bumpy. There's a button here with a shock on it. You press that and it says bumpy road. And it's supposed to smooth it out. Does it feel any smoother to you? No.
I didn't feel anything.
But it's not as bad as I thought it'd be. I mean, these seats are pretty comfortable.
It's real comfortable, but with how low it is, it's actually pretty smooth for how low it is.
Fortunately, the roads here in Vegas are actually pretty good. Moving here from Dallas, Texas, the roads are pretty bad. You said, what, you came from Detroit?
Yeah, we don't have to talk about, but Detroit's got bad roads beat everywhere, all of Michigan.
Where should I go next? Straight?
Straight.
Okay. Go straight. There's this, when you hit 3,000 RPMs, it opens the exhaust. And what you'll find is most of the time, even on the highway, you won't exceed 2,000 RPMs. I mean, or maybe 2,500. Like you'll be going 70 miles an hour on the highway. I kind of wish it had cruise control.
Do you want to go on the highway?
We could, I mean, if you wanted to. Well, you know what? It's maybe not. It's 5 o'clock on Friday.
No, but we're north of everything.
Okay.
If you get on the expressway, you'll be able to open it up. It's up to you.
Yeah, we got the sun behind us. It's ruining the shot. But how smooth is this?
It's beautiful.
It's totally quiet, totally smooth. Drive it with a finger. I mean, I could do this. I don't know why I don't already own this car. Hoovie,
Hoovie, sell it to him.
I need this car.
Leave it in Vegas.
He's gonna want it for a while. And you know, there are quite a bit of lights on the dash that are blink at me every once in a while, telling me I need to go to the dealer.
It doesn't change the way it runs. It runs good.
Everything seems to be fine on it. Where do I go next?
If you want to go expressway, loop around.
Oh, I go back?
Yep.
Oh.
And like I said, we're north of everything. There will not be a problem.
Those kids are yelling, screaming. They were so excited.
The first week I bought my Lamborghini, my wife said, "Oh, girls are going to chase you now." And I'm like, no, this is a geek magnet. Well, we needed new tires. She followed me up to the tire store because I had to order tires. We couldn't put them in the car. She followed me up to the tire store. We pulled up next to a busload of cheerleaders. And they were all screaming for the car.
Really?
So,
yeah.
It didn't make my wife feel any better.
This is a good car if you want to attract a gold digger, but I'd say it's sort of like the DeLorean, you know. The people that really love these cars are guys our age, you know. I mean, most chicks that see this car, they just see dollar signs. They don't know what they're looking at. They just, you know, there's some girls that know cars. But most girls, they look at a car like this and they just go, oh, this guy has money. I'd like to have some of his money, you know. So, but the people who love it and appreciate it the most are car guys that know what they're looking at, because this is an obscure kind of a Ferrari, in my opinion. Like, because I had it for 2 days and I still didn't figure out what it was called. But people know Testarossa, Lamborghini, that kind of stuff. But this is just like, they're all just numbers now, 4, 5, 8. You know, it's like trying to tell what car you drive with a Ferrari is like giving somebody your phone number. You know, it's like,
right?
Yeah. It's a 4, 5, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I liked it better when cars had names, like the Testarossa, the Diabolo,
Redhead,
the Countach,
the Devil.
Yeah.
Wow.
They could have called this, you know, some name instead of a number.
Well, we can give it a name. We just have to come up with something. I'm clueless.
Yeah. Or make sure that this motorcycle wasn't a cop.
There's plenty of them out here.
I will say that driving around in Vegas, when you're going up and down, what is that highway? Because I'm still new here.
95.
Yeah, it's 95, and then the whatever 15 or whatever. Every mile or so, there's a cop with somebody pulled over on the side of the road.
I'll tell you a secret.
Do not be goofing around in Vegas.
Here's the secret, though. All the tickets here in Las Vegas turn into parking tickets. You just have to work the system right.
Really?
My driving record is completely clean. It just says I can't park worth a shit.
How does that work, though?
You go online and you take care of it. I'll walk you through it.
Okay. Well, I haven't been pulled over and given a ticket in like decades, so I have no idea.
I get them all the time, and here in Vegas, they don't mean anything. Okay. I can't move out of Vegas because of it.
Really? Well, I see people pulled over all the time.
Yeah, they'll do it in stings. If you see one police officer, make sure and slow down, because there's
another one.
Probably going to be 6 more.
I'm sure every cop sitting on the side of the road is touching himself, dreaming about pulling over a red Ferrari. They've been waiting around all day long. They've been pulling over Nissan Altimas, and they're like, oh, if only a red Ferrari would come blazing past me, it would make my day. So I'm driving this thing at the speed limit. People are pissed off driving around me, you know, and the speed limit will be like 65 and people are going 90, you know. And same thing in Dallas. I mean, on the Dallas North Tollway, if you're not going 100 miles an hour, you're blocking traffic. But I'm so deathly afraid of getting pulled over and this thing getting towed.
No, we don't want to get towed.
I can't even imagine. So I told Hoovie I would take care of the car.
Hoovie, sell him the car.
I filled it up for him. See, right at 3,000 it opens. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's a valve or something.
It's probably an exhaust valve for you know whatever reason.
But like, I'm going 40 miles an hour and I'm in 7th gear. I can't imagine if they added a couple of more gears to this thing.
So my buddy was just working on one of these. He's a brilliant engineer. A friend brought him his car And to fix the turbo, the dealer wanted $30,000. They wanted 15 for the turbo and 15 for the labor. He did it all for about $4,000.
I think if I owned this car, I would probably have to learn to be a Ferrari mechanic, and I would fix a lot of the little things that's wrong with the car. You know, it's weird because like they'll put so much effort into the carbon fiber and the this and that, but then they'll put these shitty little plastic buttons with this rubber coating on them. You know, like the little switch for the window will snap right off in your hand. You know,
Right.
It's like, whereas I think the steering wheel is incredibly well made.
And looks good.
And looks fantastic.
I feel like we're in a Formula One race. It
Yeah.
looks so cool.
I don't know about the little paddle shifty things, but
Yeah, give me an old school manual any day, but that does look cool.
I mean, everything is carbon. What a noise though, huh?
We're gonna go through the light, and then the expressway is gonna be on your right hand side, get in the right lane.
Pardon me, sir.
That feels and sounds so good.
It's like, this car's like sex. You know what's interesting is there's a little window in the back that rolls down just so you can listen to the motor. Because what other purpose would it serve?
Notice we haven't had the radio on the whole time.
No, well, I can't play the music. But although the guy that he got it from had great taste in music, because I've been listening to Megadeth, Metallica, Kiss, and this is that kind of car. I mean, there's other people who would beg to differ with me who probably like hip-hop, but I've been enjoying the heavy metal in the car.
To me, these cars are rock and roll, man.
Absolutely. This is like, I can't drive 55. And I'm scared to death to touch this button that takes it, you know, there's like race mode. Forget it. I will never do that.
I'd just be afraid of it breaking.
Well, it's got one that's called wet, which is what I am every time I get in this car. Woo! Crazy is as fast as we were just going, that damn pickup truck was still going faster. Fun to take it up to Mount Charleston or something, but that's how you end up in a ditch, doing those tail of the dragon runs. But it's tempting.
I love Mount Charleston. You gotta spend a little time up there.
Well, as we are right there, my buddy Joey was chef up on the mountain at the retreat on Mount Charleston, and they dedicated a steak to me, the Moseley ribeye. And well, they've changed ownership now, and now they don't have it. But you could go up there and order the Moseley ribeye. It was fantastic.
All right. I'd be happy with just a sandwich.
The Moseley sandwich, the Moseley hors d'oeuvre. Here we go. Woo!
Yeah, you got to move out to the northwest. It's great out here. A lot less people.
Yeah, but I kind of like being near the strip. I like, you know, I like all the Vegas. This is out in the suburbs. This is like living in Phoenix. It took me an hour to get to your house.
You moved to the wrong side of town.
I'm on the right side of town, baby. I want to be by all the action. You're out here in the sticks.
The strip is great, but you know, I've been here 17 years. I'm happy out here.
No, it's super nice out here. Don't get me wrong. This is the.
I'm never going back to Detroit.
No. I do not regret my decision to move here to Vegas from Dallas. I absolutely love it, and it's still new to me. I mean, I've only been here like a year, so. Oh, take a right. Sorry. So you know I still am impressed when I see all the lights. I drive down the strip all the time just for the hell of it. I did it in this thing last night, and I'm like, I got a Ferrari convertible. I'm gonna drive down the Las Vegas Strip. And you know what? It was fantastic. I loved it.
I'm with you. There's nothing else like Las Vegas.
You know, even when I go out of town and I'm flying back and I see the city from the plane, I'm just as excited as any tourist. Oh, straight?
Yep.
All right. You know, I'm just like, oh my God, Las Vegas. Like, you know, as you're landing parallel to Sunset, which I drive down every day. And I'm like, oh, look, there's Trader Joe's. I got to stop by there on the way home and pick But it's like, I can see my house from the plane if you look to the right. And I love that. I love it.
And they're usually happy flights, the flights coming in, because it's
oh yeah, going to Vegas, everybody's thrilled. Leaving Vegas, the plane is quiet. You know, people are about to throw up. They're sad. They have to go back to their shitty lives.
They all have their horror story.
Yeah. Oh, I lost $2,000. I got to fly back home.
I think come make your deposit and go back home. That's why I don't pay any state tax.
I haven't gambled a single dollar.
Good for you. Me
since
neither.
I've lived here. Not a penny.
I'm with you.
Guy with a Mustang revving up on me. Come on, give me a break. Something smells good.
It smells real good.
I don't know what they're cooking over there, but I want to go find it. I'm starving.
This has been fun, man. I really appreciate it. What a great car. Sell them the car, Hoovie.
Well, you know, I really don't have the bread. I'm trying to get rid of some cars. I've got 25 cars, something like that now. I just sold my two-door Monaco. I'm trying to sell that Eldorado that I have. I have a lot of hoopty cars. My daily driver is the Phantom. I bought that tourist station wagon just for the sole purpose of taking it to Costco and Walmart and stuff, because I didn't want to, you know, you don't want to take this there, because I came out one time and I found footprints on the hood of my Phantom. Converse, size 13. These cars are cool, but you can't help, I don't know if it's just me, but when I see these kind of sports cars, I just think to myself, midlife crisis, you know, like, But I get it now. Now that I've been in this thing and I've been driving it, fantastic experience. I really want one. It's not because I'm having a midlife crisis, but
they're enthusiast cars.
It is so much. Well, first of all, you wear the car like it's like I wear it like I'm wearing this hat. I believe they replaced the carbon fiber or the ceramic whatever rotors with some steel ones, because what happens with these cars is they get to about this age with 80, 90,000 miles on them, and that's when all the expensive stuff starts popping up. Same thing with my Phantom. I just did the front shocks on it. That was like $5 grand. You know, I did the injectors, I did the fuel pumps, I did so much to it. But the way I look at it is, you get yourself a car like this, and then you have built into your budget all the stuff you got to replace. Going left at this light? Yep. Okay. But now you got a car with all new stuff, and it's rejuvenated again. And that's how I kind of feel about my Phantom, because, you know, it had high miles on it, and it needed a lot of things. But now I've got a car with new shocks and everything. This thing is so little.
I love that Phantom. That's on my dream list.
Well, you've definitely got enough stuff laying around your house to sell and get you one. You can pick up a Phantom for about 100 grand nowadays. A lot of money, don't get me wrong.
They've gone up.
Yeah. But everything's gone up. I mean, what hasn't? It costs like $20 to go to Taco Bell.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's up on top right there.
Oh, Jesus.
There you go. It's pretty simple. I'm surprised they didn't put some kind of crazy doors on this thing. Ferrari has never done that like Lamborghini did.
And it was so simple. I was looking for something crazy.
Yeah. It's just this car's just a regular car. I don't know what I would compare it to. I mean, what other type of coupe, but like, you know, a Nissan or whatever. I mean, I could totally see you using this car as an everyday car for just, you know, it even has a freaking cup holder, a Ferrari with a cup holder.
It'd look good next to the Phantom. Sell it to him, Hoovie.
I don't know if he's selling it, and I don't know if I'm buying it.
All right,
want
sell
it,
it to me, Hoovie.
I want it.
You can't not want it.
I want it. I want it so bad.
You're a lucky man, Videobob. What a beautiful car. Sell him the car, Hoovie.
Well, what a fantastic experience this car is. Unbelievable. I really want one of these now. I never really was a supercar guy. I was never into the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis and the whatevers. I always liked luxury vehicles. But now that I've gotten a little taste of this thing, man, I am really digging it. What a fantastic car. And it's a car that I really believe you could use as an everyday driver. It's something that you could just, like, drive it to work. I think your only issue might be parking it. But as far as comfort goes, I mean, it's a little low. It's a little bouncy. That's this particular car. I think that could be solved by getting rid of some of the low-profile tires, raising it up a little bit. I definitely would do that because it's just too low. And quite frankly, I'm not going to be doing any major, you know, racing with it that I need it to be so low that it won't lift off the ground. I mean, give me a break. Sometimes a car can just be too low, and I'm not into low riders. But as a practical car, I mean, if you don't want it to be loud, it's not loud. If you don't want it to be too fast, it's not. You don't have to wrestle with the stick shift. And I know that there's a lot of purists out there that they believe in having the gated shifter. They believe in having the clutch. Man, I'm not interested in all that. I'm interested in a comfortable ride, which is why I drive a car like a Rolls-Royce Phantom. And if you can blend those two together as best you can, the way I feel that Ferrari has done with this, you have a true supercar at your toe tips, because if you sneeze the wrong way, it'll launch you into space. But as far as just riding around here in Las Vegas in traffic, it's fantastic. Can't do any better than this. I'm loving it. Man, oh man, driving around in this thing has got me starving. I think I'm gonna stop and get a little bite to eat. A little nibble.
Have a blessed day.
All right, thanks. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see what we got here. They give you French fries at Del Taco. They don't do that at Taco Bell. It's a baby. It's the size of a small child. I'm gonna eat this big burrito in Hoovie's car. Oh my God. Oh, it's so good. Oh boy. I don't feel so good. I think I ate that a little too fast. Oh, I don't feel so good. Oh. I think I need to head home. Oh God. Oh, I gotta go home. Oh boy. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. Sorry, Hoovie. I farted in your new Ferrari. What's a convertible? It'll air out. Oh, but boy, what a ride. The 458 Spider. What an amazing car. I gotta get one of these. If you ever decide to sell this thing, you gotta let me know. I want it. Hey, you're welcome to come stay with me anytime you want, Hooves. Anyway, for you, my viewers, thanks for going for a fantastic ride with me in this cool Ferrari. I guess I'm gonna have to slum it back into that Rolls-Royce Phantom since this is going to Wichita to Hooves' place. I'm sure the car wizard is gonna go through it and fix all those little things, and I can't wait to see all the cool stuff he does with it. We will be visiting Big Daddy Caddy over there, my buddy Chris, with his Testarossa and Diablo and all his other cool stuff, and some of the other cool guys out here in Vegas. There's a lot of cool cars here, which is one of the reasons I moved out here, is because of the cool car culture. Sun is going down. It's a nice evening here in Vegas. I think maybe me and the wife will take this Ferrari out for a nice evening spin and try to burn up all the really expensive gas that we put in it. Till next time, make sure to tune in to Hoovie's Garage and, of course, the Car Wizard and all of our great friends here at the YouTube family, Tavarish, Watch JR Go, and, of course, BinWiki Stories. We're all one big happy YouTube family. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Oh, I gotta go back in here. Oh, burritos. Oh.